Good evening and welcome to Latrobe City Council Special Council meeting, which is being held at Moe Town Hall. Tonight's meeting will be held with councillors and guests joining us in person and online. I'm pleased to welcome Deputy Mayor Councillor Sharon Gibson, Councillor Potter, Councillor Morgan, Councillor Pugsley, Councillor Howe and Councillor Campbell. Also joining us is our CEO, Mr Steve Piasanti, and his executive team. I'll now move on to the acknowledgement of traditional owners, and I'd like to acknowledge that we're meeting here today on the traditional land of the Bryukalung people of the Gunai-Kurnai Nation, and pay my respects to their elders past and present, and if there are any other elders present, I'd also like to acknowledge them. On our housekeeping, we conduct our council meetings under the governance rules currently in place. We welcome all members of the public attending both via the live stream and in person. I thank you for respecting protocols of the meeting, which ensure that we can extend the appropriate courtesy and respect throughout our meeting tonight. If councillors could ensure that they raise their hand to speak so that I can see it, remain seated to speak directly into the microphone to ensure that they can be heard within the room and via the live stream, and when voting, raise their hand and leave it raised until I've called their name. We now move on to item 2, which is apologies and leaves of absence. Mr CEO, do we have any apologies tonight?
We do, Mr Mayor. So Councillor Lund is an apology tonight, and Councillor Barnes is also an apology. In addition to that, Councillor, you see on the agenda, Councillor Barnes has sought a leave of absence from the 8th of November to the 26th of November, inclusive, and so that'll need to be considered by Council just as advised councillors previously, and as we've had previous situations in relation to this, reasonable leaves of absence cannot unreasonably be refused by the councillors. So it's more of a procedural motion in terms of accepting that effectively.
Yep, councillors, do I have a mover to accept Councillor Gibson? I'll just check my notes. Councillor Gibson, we're with me 1 sec. Yep. So, Councillor Gibson, I take it you're moving?
Yes,
the leave
please.
of absence. Do I have a seconder, councillors? Councillor Morgan. Councillors, do I have any opposition? Councillor Gibson, would you like to speak?
No, I think it's pretty well procedural.
Procedural, yep. Councillor Morgan, do you wish to speak?
No, as it's procedural. Thank you.
Does any councillor wish to speak? Councillors, we need to put it to the vote. So all those in favour? Councillor Potter, Councillor Pugsley, Councillor Morgan, Councillor Howe, Councillor Gibson, Councillor Campbell and myself. I declare the motion carried unanimously. Thank you, councillors. And we now move on to adoption of the minutes from the council meeting on the 22nd of September 2025, commencing on page 2 of tonight's agenda. Councillors, do I have a mover? Councillor Gibson. Councillors, Councillor Potter, I noted you moving second. So Councillor Gibson, seconding Councillor Potter. Councillors, do I have any opposition? Councillor Gibson, did you wish to speak?
No, thank you.
Councillor Potter, did you wish to speak?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Do I have any councillor wish to speak? No, councillors, we still need to put it to the vote. All those in favour? Councillor Potter, Councillor Pugsley, Councillor Morgan, Councillor Howe, Councillor Gibson, Councillor Campbell and myself. I declare the motion carried unanimously. Councillors, we now move on to declarations of interest in tonight's meeting. Councillors, do I have anybody with a declaration of interest? No? Perfect. I will now move on to acknowledgements. Councillors, do I have any acknowledgements that wish to be made tonight? No? Okay. Thank you, councillors. We move on to public participation, and I'll hand over to the CEO.
Fairly straightforward tonight, Mr Mayor, so we have no questions in terms of public participation and no speakers.
Thank you, Mr CEO. We're heading for a record. We now move on to item 7, which is our first and only item tonight, which is item 7.1. I note you, Councillor Gibson. 7.1, authorisation of councillors for certification of the 2024-2025 finance report and performance statement commencing on page 4. Councillor Gibson, I noted you.
Happy to move.
Thank you. Councillors, do I have a seconder? Councillor Potter. Councillor Pugsley. Sorry, Councillor Morgan, she beat you by about that much. but I was going to give it to Councillor Potter anyway. Councillors, do I have any opposition? No. Councillor Gibson, would you like to speak?
Just briefly, thank you, Mr Mayor. Look, these two councillors are on our audit committee, and our audit committee is one of the most important committees that we actually have on council, because there is over, I think it's over 200 million, that council actually oversees with our budget. And these two councillors are part of the Audit and Risk Committee. So they go through everything that's coming through council, and are very wise in how they're looking at, okay, what's our risks? Are we doing it properly? So it is very important what they're doing, and especially if we don't get it right, VAGO, which is the Victorian Auditor General's Office, they will be after us, and rightly so. So it is, as I say, I'm really happy to support this, so that those two councillors who are actually in the room can sign off on the documentation, because they know what's going down, and they spend quite a lot of time actually going through not just the meeting but the paperwork. So I'm more than happy to support this. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Gibson. Councillor Pugsley, you seconded? Did you
No,
wish to
thank you.
speak? No?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Councillors, do I have a speaker for the motion? Speaker against the motion? Any councillor wishing to speak? Yep. Councillor Campbell wishing to speak? Yep.
Yeah, it's an honour to be on this committee, actually, and the hard work that goes into it, especially from the officers. They've done a great job, and the processes are great. We really have to ask a question, but I'm pretty happy with this, and we're moving in the right direction.
Thank you. Councillors, do I have any other councillor wish to speak? No. Councillors, we need to put it to the vote. All those in favour? Councillor Potter, Councillor Pugsley, Councillor Morgan, Councillor Howe, Councillor Gibson, Councillor Campbell and myself. I declare the motion carried unanimously. Thank you, councillors. We now move on to urgent business. Councillors, do we have any urgent business to raise? No. There being no urgent business and no further business, I declare the meeting closed at 6:07, and thank our gallery for coming. There's tea and coffee outside. I'm hoping there's biscuits as well for a long trip, for a short meeting. Do appreciate it, and to everyone on stream, thank you very much for joining us, and we will catch you at our regular council meeting later this month.